Welcome, everyone. My name is Michael. I'm one of the co-founders of Wicked Publishing. Soon we'll be joined by fellow co-founder Matt. He'll be here in just a few minutes. But to begin things, we're joined by comic creator Scott, and he's the creator of Wrath, which actually in the first issue funded successfully on Indiegogo, and he's back for round 2 with Wrath number 2. And so without further ado, welcome, and how are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me on. We chat pretty often since I am with Wicked Publishing.
Definitely. And for those who don't know, maybe you could tell us a little about who you are and what you do with comics.
All right. So my name is Scott, as you already pointed out, and I've been working on my graphic novel Wrath. We're planned for 6 chapters. Like Michael said, we successfully funded chapter 1, which basically was the story of 2 friends, Doug and Nicole, and through a fateful night where his past gets casually brought up by his friend Nicole, and then a fateful encounter on his way home while taking a poorly lit shortcut leads him to basically coming home beat up, bike stolen, and as he passes out, something inside him awakens and goes out and seeks revenge on these 2 guys that stole his bike. He wakes up the next day and basically has some fuzzy memories of what happened, and he starts to piece it together as he sees kind of the scene of the event, we'll call it, where the 2 thugs got attacked, and basically confides in his friend Nicole that he thinks something's going on. So now we're into chapter 2. And we're going to focus on their friendship and how Nicole's kind of like this guiding moral compass for him. And they're going to work together and kind of figure this out. And you'll get to see what happens. You get to see what they do figure out, and what they kind of plan to do with it.
So, and that's great. I've always really loved this story, man. Now, with the first issue, you kind of introduce the mystery a little bit. You kind of say like, okay, here's what's going on a little bit. There's something other than there's some sort of supernatural mystery going on. What would you say the next issue is kind of like? What is the next step in this issue that you're bringing here?
Basically, it's so the first issue is the power kind of does its thing, right? He's not fully in control. He's not fully conscious. You're gonna see him basically taking the reins of it for the first time, and what that's gonna look like. So
Nice.
you're gonna kind of see them, like Nicole kind of brainstorming after he walks her through what he thinks happens. Again, he's only got bits and pieces of memory, and she kind of takes that and kind of does some research, looks into basically what it might be, and then she just kind of humors him and tries a few things, and something happens. We'll leave it at that.
Interesting. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring up some Ari here real quick. By the way, welcome, Matt. How's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going today?
Pretty good, man. Just hanging out here, having a good time talking so far. And so I believe this is a variant cover. Is that right?
No, that's the standard cover.
Wow, really? It's a really cool cover.
Yeah, so that was Drew. She kind of pitched me an idea for I think a format that we're going to go with for the standard covers going forwards. Nice. That's pretty much her project for the 6 issues. Is she'll do the standard covers, and then we'll bring in different artists for the variants. She got to do the first variant. The second one we brought Rosalind Summers in, and then for issue 3, I'm gonna give Emilio a turn. So
nice.
get ready for that one.
That's funny. But this, the reason I brought this one up is this is her doing the research that you mentioned earlier.
And
Nice.
then she kind of has that really cool silhouette that comes off that bookcase there, and incorporates some of the area around the town, but it also kind of gives some features to Doug's face there too.
Yeah, that's
And
cool, huh?
we're really liking the white background. It's kind of a like, we don't do a straight manga, but we definitely are manga inspired, so we're kind of showing that off a little bit more with the cover. One of the reasons I really liked it is it kind of reminds me of Bleach, and then she pitched it to me as like the Soul Eater covers as well. Does something similar.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about possibly redoing the chapter 1 to kind of match the same style.
Okay.
So
Well,
if
that's
we ever
awesome.
do a second printing, we might have that new cover on there.
So, and this is something that's gonna be exclusive to the Indiegogo, or is this gonna be something that what's the plan with that? Are you offering all variant as well?
Which one? The new cover for
Right.
one?
So this is the standard then.
Yeah,
Are you
this is
offering
the
a variant
standard.
one?
So after the campaign, this is what Wicked would be selling.
I see. Okay, and very interesting. And I'm sure we'll be getting to the other one in a little bit here. But no, that's awesome, man.
And I'm sorry, Johnny's having a rough night, man. I hope you're
Yeah,
feeling
man.
better. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day, man. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Always good to see you, man. And looks like now we have the Matt twins have joined the double Matt Sulos, double the trouble. I don't know what that was about.
Well, one just absorbed the other, so we're good.
There you go. Maybe that was his rage puppy that was coming out there. Now
Maybe.
the rage puppy is your little creation there. Maybe you could tell us, maybe for those who don't know what this affectionate nickname is. What is the rage puppy?
So the Rage Puppy is the first time that Doug's powers inadvertently manifest. Is we get this great image in chapter 1 where the creature just kind of emerges out of him, and it takes the form of this wolf-like creature, and it's got these. This is just the concept one, but the Emilio's final version in the pages is all scarred up and angry looking, and yeah, that's the first time it shows up.
Yeah, that's awesome. In fact, Matt actually also did a concept piece way back in the day, very early stages.
Very early stages. That was my first thing. Like, I'm doing something, guys.
Yeah, really, huh?
And yeah, and it was great to have that and to have Matt get that done for me.
Now and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the Indiegogo here in a minute or so here. But I'd like to show up another piece, which is a new art piece. I think you're offering. You can tell what you're offering this in, but I believe this is brand new for this chapter here. But it's a really nice piece. And that's not it. That's the Indiegogo.
Well, if you go to the Indiegogo and scroll down, it's on there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I meant to do this one. So maybe tell us a little about this piece.
Okay, so this is a piece that's inspired by one of the pages that Emilio did. This is also Emilio's art. He gave me permission to use it just for the campaign. So this will be available. I think it's on the one of each and something extra, and then also you can get it in the everything tier, and then it's also an add-on if you do a cameo. But there's options for a 8.5 by 11 print with a sticker, which is a 3 inch by 4 inch sticker. And then there's also a T-shirt available in a tier and along with the everything.
Nice. Yeah, I love that piece. It came out so nice. Were there inspirations behind this one?
So, without giving too much spoiler, like you kind of see that there's a definite like Eastern effect, especially with the kanji in the background, but also with the Rage Puppy pose there, where when I was doing some research for the series after I kind of came up with the concept, there was a actual Japanese legend that had some similarities that I thought was neat that I threw into the story. it's not gonna really affect what the Rage Puppy is. It's just one of those funny coincidences that I wanted to it was close enough that I wanted to put it in the story.
Nice.
And
Yeah, it looks really cool too.
So he kind of took that, and then put it in into an art form or an impression. And yeah, I really like it. I'm kind of bummed that I can't put this in our web store.
Yeah, I know. It's a great piece. I love the motif. I almost feel like on a future campaign you could continue that motif and do another piece like that. It's very.
I mean, that's
very
possible. I mean,
cool.
he really likes to do like pieces to help promote the campaigns.
Nice.
Like we had those prints from the last one. He just whipped those out and here, use these. And so that's why we got those prints out to some of the backers.
Okay. Very nice. Well, I think without further ado, we'll go ahead and bring up the campaign, start taking a look at what kind of tiers that you have on offer and all that good stuff. Let me pull that back up here. So you have a goal currently of 2,500, and you're at 282, which is, I believe it says 11% there, with 29 days to go. So plenty of time. Just starting out. I think yesterday was the first day, so.
Yeah, got a good start so far.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Have you been on any shows, or is this your first live stream?
First live stream so far. I need to actively look for some more. I know I've always got a open invitation on Spork's channel.
Yeah, he's always good for that. Yeah. He's a good guy. He and Bob Jones. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of good options. Well, we can definitely help with that. Get some schedule too as well. But
yeah, those are definitely helpful. And we've actually gotten a really good day on social media. Yesterday there was a lot of like likes, retweets. So anyone who was out there doing that, appreciate it, helping get the word out.
In fact,
so yeah,
I'm going to put the link up on the screen there. If you're watching, you can go check that out as well. But so yeah, I love this cover here that we kind of get a snippet of here. We see the Rage Puppy shadow in the back.
If you scroll down, you'll actually see the full thing.
We'll get in that in a second here. But so why don't we go ahead and start off? Actually, yeah, here's that full cover there. Yeah, it came out so cool. I don't know why. I just I love the dynamic of it. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the variant with Roslyn, and I kind of envisioned this in my head, and like that's definitely fits her style really well. So when I pitched it to her, she got really excited and like, I'll get on this right away. I'm like, hold on, I don't have money to pay you yet. And like next thing I know, here it is.
Wow. I just love how it goes from black and white to the color like that, and then like how you see the side of his mouth there. It's just the blend between the two is so cool.
Yeah, and I had the pose in mind, and then she just added the little Rage Puppy head in the shadow, nice. Which I loved, and she just really nailed what I was looking for on that cover.
Oh, cool, yeah.
She did get paid, by the way.
That's good, yeah.
But yeah, she really liked the idea, and it's always great when your artist is super enthusiastic to get something done for you.
No, that's true, yeah. I mean, if they're excited to do it, then you know it's going to be even better than could have been otherwise.
And we also kind of redid the logo a little bit too from issue 1, where we added some of that scarring effect to it.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's like that's kind of the theme, the scarring, the blue and the scarring, like kind of together. It's like almost like become like a theme. I
think that's our iconic look now. We're going with iconic now.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Now, the first tier here is the featured one. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that tier?
So that's the one I was talking about earlier. This is the one that will get you a standard cover, the variant cover, plus that print and sticker featuring Emilio's art that you see there in the preview picture.
Very nice, man. Very nice. Oops. So we got $35. Does that include the shipping?
No, I think with the shipping, because we have the 2 books, the whole thing comes out to 41.
Very nice. And how many pages does this go around?
It'll be 34. So
Nice. So big
I
chunky
think,
book there.
yeah, big chunky book.
Very
So
awesome.
basically, it's about the same length as chapter 1 minus the art contest.
Nice. Oh yeah, that no second art contest, huh?
Not so far. I mean, if people really want one, then we can talk about it. There's
That was
still time.
fun. I got my sloth made it into the back of the book in the thank you section there, which
Yeah.
I thought was awesome.
I mean, like you didn't count because you're the publisher, but I didn't want it to go to waste.
I appreciate that, man. I thought that was very generous of you. Yeah, that was cool. And all the other entries were really cool too. I love some of those art pieces that came back.
Oh yeah, I really kind of like the theme where I let the artist kind of pick what emotion they wanted to express too.
Oh, smart, yeah. And funny, what's also funny is one of the entries was by Rosalind Summers, if I'm not mistaken, which I think you then brought her back to do some official work then on Wrath.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
I was happy that she was available to do it. So
That's awesome, yeah. And she's a great artist.
yeah, very underrated. So if you're looking at artists, good person to follow.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Now, obviously, we have a digital copy, very standard, but definitely some. I think people appreciate something people appreciate. So
yeah, it's probably one of the only options for international right now.
oh yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Since we're talking about that, I do want to add international again, but it really depends on how close we are to funding.
Budget. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It'll definitely open up in demand if it doesn't open up in the live campaign.
Very nice. So that option isn't necessarily always off the table.
Correct.
Okay, well that's pretty nice, man. Because you did offer it in the first time, didn't you?
I did in the in-demand phase.
Ah, okay, smart. Yeah, it was a good idea. Yeah, so okay.
And I believe if people want issue 1 now, Wicked can do that internationally.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. We can hook you up with the website. Our web store only has options for PayPal, but if you email us, we can hook you up with other options. So, rather, I think I said PayPal. I meant credit card, but we can make PayPal work for you.
Yeah, PayPal's great for international because it converts everything, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, seriously. And that's that. You can actually find that at wickedpublishing.net/wrath, which is you can hopefully we'll be having more stuff in the near future, some more merchandise and other good stuff that you'll be able to find there as well. But so that's the digital tier. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Then the next one we go up is the standard edition. This is the print version of the standard cover.
Correct. So this will get you just the straight standard copy. I think it's $3 or $4 shipping. So that'll ship out as soon as we get those printed ones into Wicked.
Nice.
Now the digital you'll get, and I've added it to pretty much every tier.
Okay.
And then another thing we did is for people who don't have the first one, you can get the digital issue 1 as an add-on to any of the tiers.
Right, and if you're looking for physical, that's where you would go to the Wicked store, kind of like we were mentioning there.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, I was going to ask, and I think you may have mentioned this earlier, so I apologize if I ask this again, but did you have any plans for going back to do the issue 1 cover with the new white kind of background theme?
Yeah. That's actually Drew's first idea. I haven't seen it yet, but she's been teasing. Might do a little sketch up to give me an idea of what it's going to look like.
Wow.
And again, we'll definitely switch it out on the digitals going forward. And then if we do a second printing, we'll use that new cover.
You could also offer it as for future campaign. I could even see go back and get the exclusive new cover to match with the new with the other ones. That could be.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, couple different ways to go about that. Really. Next up, we got digital catch-up. So what do we got here? Is this the
So
bundle?
this is just a little bundle where you get chapter 1 and chapter 2 digital.
Nice.
The chapter 1 will send out after the campaign completes, and then the chapter 2 digital, of course, we send those out once it's finished.
That's pretty nice too, because that'll give people something to read right away once the campaign.
Yeah. Unless they're Jeremy. Jeremy refuses to read the digital and waits for the print.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not having it. I get it, man. Something about the print comics is very awesome to still have. I'm coming around though on your digital comics. I actually just got a tablet recently. I'm like, oh, I kind of see what Scott's saying about the digital comics now.
I mean, if I have the option, I will take print every single time.
Mm-hmm.
But there is just something with like instant at your fingertips.
True.
I can just binge that. You have an advantage there.
Right, or you don't have to wait for it to ship to you if you really just want to read it.
Instant gratification.
Exactly. And so on the next one, we have the Wrath Chapter 2 variant. So
right.
Cover.
That's the Rosalind Summers cover that we were showing off. We didn't go with for those who did the last campaign. We signed these last time. We're not gonna guarantee that we're gonna do that this time. Just with how COVID and everything is, it was a bit tricky to get it done the first time.
Sorry.
But we'll try. But no promises.
I made him jump through a hoop of fire, essentially.
A lot of back and forth, but I mean, like, I wanted to fulfill what I promised, and that's huge for me.
Definitely, yeah. And you made that promise long ago, so that was nice of you to try and still hold that up,
So I can't guarantee, but my promises is I will definitely try to make that happen if people wanted those signatures.
Very nice, man. Yeah. And then we have the next up, which is the one of each.
Right, that's just a standard 2 copies. Standard copy, variant cover, both straight to you for $25. I think the shipping might be similar with the other featured tier. So it'd probably come out to like $31.
Now, remind me again. Drew did the one on the left, and then was that Rosalind on the right there? Who did that one? Nice, very nice. So this you get to both of the covers in that one.
Yeah, if you can't make up your mind, just
that, and then what, I feel like that's a really good one on this one, just because they came out so nice. It's like you can't decide almost. It's like those are both really good covers. Yeah, I feel bad for Emilio though. He didn't get his cover in for this round. Poor guy.
I'm holding it. I'm holding him in reserve because what I have in mind for him, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Really? Oh, okay. So you got something in mind already. That's
fair.
Yeah. Now this one's cool. This one's something that you did not offer on the first round.
Right. One of the things, and I've talked about this on some other streams, so if I'm parroting, sorry, but thank you for listening to me on other streams, is I was trying to, because I have that web store, so I wanted to kind of utilize that to deliver some unique items that I didn't have last time. So that's where we're getting stickers and the t-shirts from. So the cool thing is once we finish, we're funded. If you back this tier, once I get the funding, I will just put in the orders and they will be printed, packaged, and shipped directly to you. So you don't have to wait long to get the t-shirts, but it will be a wait for the comics.
Nice. Very nice, man. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And I see you're using that design there, carrying that over.
Yeah, we did. We took out the background. I tried it both ways. I think it looks a lot better without all the extra square background.
Okay, yeah.
Just on the black. We are playing around. I just got a logo That's going to be matching purple to the cloud there in the background that we're going to put across the back.
So is that going to be like on the image, or is that going to be like separate from the image?
It'll be separate from the image. So this will be the front of the T-shirt
I
with
see. Okay.
Emilio's art, and then we'll have the Scarred Up Wrath logo in like a purple,
Nice.
like a fading purple that matches the cloud.
That'll be cool. Yeah, I think that's your best T-shirt yet here. That's,
I know. I keep upping the ante. Like I had I had that one with Rosalind's cover. Where I had Doug with the scarred up side with the Rage Puppy Shadow, and then I had that blue Wrath on the front.
Yeah, I know. And now this one. I mean, this one just I don't know. I feel like the taking the background off was actually a really smart idea. Just feels really perfect for a T-shirt, doesn't it?
Yeah, those it's all about getting the background off in that PNG, and it just looks so good on like printed material.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Are you gonna get one for yourself there?
Oh, of course.
Nice.
I mean, technically, I kind of have to because I need to see what it looks like before I give it to everyone. Because sometimes, like, it doesn't. You think you've got it pinned down, and then you order it, and then you're like, "Oh, that logo is just way too big. Let's shrink that down."
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Yeah, I never thought about trying that before.
It's just like proofing your comics. You got to proof
really.
your T-shirts.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. And we know how important proofing comics is, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And now we got the works.
Yeah, so this is going to get you everything. You're going to get that T-shirt. You're going to get this. Real quick, the T-shirt does come with the variant cover.
Okay, nice.
So the T-shirt here does. This tier will come with the standard, the variant, the T-shirt, the print, and the sticker.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you get all of it.
That's excellent, yeah, and you get both covers, so you don't have to choose, which is nice.
Now, the shipping's a little bit more on this one because you have both the comics, and then you're paying also for the shipping of the T-shirt too.
Fair enough, yeah. Now, do they have an option to choose their size when they order it?
Yep.
Nice. Very good.
I think we go up to 2XL. I'll have to double check that.
That's good. Yeah, I kind of give a variety of size choices for people. You know, you never know. People need different sizes, so it's always good to have those options available. And you said you mentioned something about a sticker?
Yep. That's the stickers available in the one of each with extras. If you're getting the print, you're pretty much getting the sticker.
Nice. And now, do you have the image of the sticker somewhere on here?
No, I don't. It's basically the same thing as the print, just in a smaller stickable size. Yeah. So it's just a three inches wide, 4 inches tall.
Very cool. And does it have the so it does have the background text in it, I would assume?
Yep. It's got the full image. I played around with the background list. I liked it better. It kind of looks like almost like a tarot card. As a sticker, which is really cool. So I kept it intact that way.
Very nice. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting way to play around with the art there. Having some have it with the background, have some of the background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I've learned. You want both versions when you're making the merchandise because then you can play around with what looks the best and what you're.
Okay. Yeah.
What you're going for.
That's a pretty good tip, honestly. So that'll have the print, that'll have the sticker, both covers, and the T-shirt.
Yep.
Very nice. Which brings us to the ultimate tier. Cameo. What's this one about?
So this will get you either your image, family member, original character. We'll put them in one of the pages or one of the panels of chapter 2. We did a few of these in chapter 1. You'll see Adobe Kroger right there front and center. Was one we did last issue.
That's awesome.
So it'll be just like that. You'll have that one shot of your character in Wrath chapter 2. One interesting thing is I added add-ons so you can customize this. So if you wanted that print and sticker, you can add that on.
Okay.
If you want, because it'll come with the variant copy. If you want the standard cover too, that's an add-on. And then if you want the T-shirt, you can also throw that in.
I like that. So it's not just, they have the option of kind of adding on some of the other stuff you have on offer.
Yeah, if you just want the straight cameo, you can get the straight cameo. If you feel like you're missing some pieces on that other things that you wanted to add to this, I got you covered.
And there's no need to double back by, back in one and then back in the cameo. You can get it all in one spot here.
Yep.
Very nice, man. I always love these cameos. These are always so fun to see. They're really cool.
Yeah, I actually enjoy doing them. And I know, I think Jack Irons just did some, and he was showing those off, and those are really cool too.
Yeah, we actually ended up getting one for the Jack Irons. We got the Wicked Lizard in there.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was cool. I didn't know he floated.
I didn't either, but now he does.
Now he floats.
Apparently that's canon now. No, that's awesome, man. So it'll be interesting to see what characters you get with this one.
Yeah, what did we get? We had Adobe Kroger. We had, let's see, we had, what was the other one? It was Salem's Jackie character.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's a good one.
Was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a family member that I got in there as well.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
There's also a hidden one that no one has really figured out yet.
Oh, really?
But I'm still gonna leave that under wraps.
Oh, that's funny, man. I wonder if anyone will ever find it.
Maybe.
I hope so.
And then there was just some fun ones I threw in there, like the pop caps of Charger and Sporkman.
Yeah, those are good ones, huh? Oh, look who we have in the chat here.
Yeah.
Mr. Cody. Howdy, Cody.
He says floating implies his power.
Ah, very true. You are not wrong about that, sir. And he is quite powerful indeed. Oh, that's nice. He says the campaign looks great.
Oh, thanks, Cody.
Glad to have you with us, man. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, no, that's awesome, man. So that's the premier tier there. That's the top of the line there. But as we see, there's plenty of options for you to go from the top all the way down here to the very bottom, and there's plenty of great options on all.
I may add another higher tiir.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, might as well tease this. I haven't made up my mind on it yet. But Emilio did a custom print that he colored himself.
Ooh.
That he gave me dibs to do what I want with, because we had one last time and I gave that away, as just a random backer, the first one. This time, I wasn't aware what the shipping costs were coming out of Argentina.
Right.
So, I ate that and I was happy to do it once, but I know better now. So this time I think I might put it up there. I haven't figured out the price point yet. Still playing around with that. I'm thinking that it'll be a little bit higher, but I'm going to put the cost of shipping as part of that.
Okay.
So it'll be what you pay is you'll get that that print sent to you, and a variant copy sent to you at that price. Like
so
shipping
original art here we're talking.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice, man. Yeah, that's awesome. And so I'm assuming then that's a one offer. Like there's no multiple.
Yep, limited to one.
Wow,
Here,
that's wild.
I just sent it over to you if you wanted to share it.
Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and pull that up here.
It's a little bit different than the original, or sorry, than the version that's really on the campaign.
Let me pull this up here.
But he colored it with colored pencils.
What I like about this one, I like that it's kind of that hand art, quality to it, but it's also original art, and it just looks really interesting. It's kind of a remix almost on the piece that we've seen, that we see in the campaign. Very nice, man.
And then,
So
of course, if nobody takes it, then I just might be tempted to pay for it and put it on my wall.
There you go. But so is it all hand drawn then?
I'm not exactly sure on that. Because I know he works mostly digital.
Interesting. So maybe mixture of both. Yeah.
I would assume that he either made a picture of both or he printed it out and then did the coloring
art on top. Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, I know he definitely hand colored it.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah. Dude, that is a really nice piece. And it kind of goes with the whole, theme that you're going with, the tarot card kind of theme almost. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be one offer. So only one lucky winner will we get to get for their collection.
Yeah, it might just be like getting first on the campaign.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Who knows? Jeremy, I'm looking at you.
I don't know.
Dude, well, hey, what's funny is Jeremy's is not only the guy who likes to get first on campaigns, he's also the guy who loves to collect art, physical art.
Well, did you see who got first on this one? If you go to the comments on the
did he not get first? Oh no,
he didn't get first. But no. if you go to the campaign comments, you'll see who got first.
Oh god, let's pull it up. Let's see. I can pull this up in the stream for everyone here. I'm scared, man.
They were very excited. I would say this is like the comment version of self high-fiving.
That's an interesting one. Not what I expected, man. Not what I expected. I'll give you that. Let's pull this up here for everyone here. And dun, 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 we have Brian Ball, aka Rough Rags fame. How hilarious is that, man? First, number one. Suck it. First, I'm number one. He'll get a comment twice.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the comment version of self high-fiving.
Oh man, you can't get much better than that for a first backer, really.
No, you can't.
Sorry, Jeremy, man, you missed you missed out on this one, but better luck next time.
And Jeremy had a head start too, but the problem is Brian gets up freaking early in the morning.
Yeah, that is the issue there. Oh man, that's too funny. Well, that's cool, man. Nice. Well, hopefully, once if you decide to put that up there, then maybe someone will be able to pick that up and get that for their collection, whoever it may be.
Yeah, and it is going to be higher than the cameo tier. I just haven't made up my mind on what it is. But the shipping is definitely going to make a factor in that.
Right. From what I understand, it's very expensive to ship out from overseas to the United States.
Yeah, and again, if no one gets it, then I just might have to put it on my wall.
Right, it's gonna find a good home no matter what. So, but hopefully, it'll be one of your guys' home out there in the audience. Well, that's awesome, man. Let's go ahead and let me see. Is there anything else? Maybe a few more pictures we'll show from the campaign here. I want to bring that campaign page back up.
Yeah, one thing I did differently is we teased a lot more on the first campaign. I think we showed off the first 6 pages. This one I'm not showing off too much because I don't want to spoil it. We got a lot more intrigue, a lot more curiosity about what's going to be happening in the next chapter. So I'm keeping a lot of things under wraps as much as I can, but still trying to give you enough that you know what you're gonna get.
Speaking of which, we do have a couple pages of preview here, so maybe you can walk us through what's going on these few pages that we have.
So this is basically Doug recounting just the fragments he has of the night before. And you're getting it from the rage puppy view. Something we did in the original is we did the panels whenever Doug is looking through the eyes of the creature. We did that blue coloring on that on those panels. and gave it that like jagged edge border.
So cool.
And then of course the only thing that really shows up in color is the creature. We did dabble a little bit with some more color in this next one, just because we had a page that we had panels over like a computer screen in the background with some images. So we did like a really light kind of electric blue, like you're looking at a screen. So you gotta get that really cool separation.
Yeah, I know that effect you guys have is just really cool.
But other than that, we're sticking with the gray scaling and then the color for the creature.
Now, one thing I would like to note, and we talked about the humanistic features the hands are for, but I just love you almost see the emphasis of here when he kind of grabs the door frame here.
Yes, that is something that some people kind of miss about the Rage Puppy, is that his front feet. You usually, like if you had a wolf-like creature, you'd have like the paws, but the Rage Puppy kind of realizes the value of hands, so his are a little bit more human hand-like. So you can kind of see him grabbing the window and manipulating things like he's got hands.
Yeah, it's very subtle, but I actually really like that. Yeah. That's a nice effect. Let's see if I can scroll down here. I apologize. But let me see if I can pull up the other page. Now, this is the second page preview that we have. And we have a return of some characters from the first issue. Our fan favorites.
I thought the police officers were the fan favorites.
Yes, they're definitely the fan favorites. But these are some iconic characters. Well, who shall not be named? They don't have names, from what I understand.
They don't have names, but they're not
like
the people
either.
No, they don't. People say they look like people,
but they don't. They don't look like any people.
The artist did not know who those people were, so it was just a funny coincidence.
But yeah, so these are the thugs who appear in the first issue, and they kind of in the first issue they give Doug a really hard time, to say the least.
Oh yeah, roughed him up a bit, took his bike, and this is what happens. They picked the wrong target.
And we don't see this in the first issue. This is kind of like, well, looking back and saying, okay, well, what really happened that night?
You get to see all of this. It's just you see it
from a different perspective, I suppose. Yeah,
you see it from like the third person. But this is I don't know. I thought it was kind of a neat way to give a recap, but also show you something new.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Same events, but as you said, kind of seeing it first person, seeing what he remembers of it.
Yeah, which is also important too, so you understand that he doesn't have the complete picture. It's not like, oh yeah, I remember this all the way here. It's just like bits and pieces. He doesn't really know how he got from one point to the other, or even how he and this is a big point, how he got back home.
Which I find kind of interesting, because when you don't remember something like this, if you only have snippets or little bits and pieces, I feel like that would make you even more scared, just to be like, okay, well, what's going on here?
Yeah, and that's kind of what he's seeing, some of the implications of, when he sees kind of like the crime. There's like a whole crime scene, because as you can see, there's one of the thugs, fired a shot. So the police got involved. There was a whole crime scene, and he started to put two and two together. Like, oh my gosh, like, did this really happen? Did I do this to these guys? Did I get shot?
Gee, yeah. Kind of intense, isn't it?
Yeah, and so he's putting it together, and that's why he confides in Nicole, like, am I going crazy, or is there something to this? And then we're kind of get to see how she responds to that. And I've already kind of tipped off that she's going to help him, but her How she initially reacts, I'll leave that a bit of surprise.
Oh, that's funny. So in this new issue, they kind of discover his powers a little bit more. Is there anything you can tease us maybe about what we can expect for this issue?
You are going to see a big chunk of it is basically Doug kind of going out for a test drive.
Really? That can go. I feel like that can go either good. You can go wrong or right on that one.
A little both. There's a little both. There's trial and error. We'll say that.
And the Rage Puppy is evolving. Is that right? What's going on with the Rage Puppy? Are we seeing more of him in this issue?
I'm not going to spoil that. That's something you're just going to have to see.
Fair enough. But the Rage Puppy is coming back. You can't tell us that.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
Oh, damn. He's being really here. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, interesting. We'll have to see if the Rage Puppy makes a return, and if so, what form. Interesting. That's funny. And I get you. You don't want to spoil too much with it. I definitely understand that.
I will say this: the Rage Puppy will be in the arc.
Okay.
Or in the story, you'll
in this story arc that we're currently in, whether that's in this issue or not, we'll have to find out. But he's not gone for good.
Yeah, he's not gone for good. He's in this issue. I mean, like you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he may or not be an issue, but he's coming back. So don't worry about that. I feel like people really connected with the Rage Puppy and like in the name and just the iconography of it,
And there's a lot to him, and I don't want to spoil all that.
Right. Now we're trying to walk the fine line here.
We're trying to walk a fine. I mean, there's a lot that going on there, and it's just slowly going to come out. You're going to get bits and pieces of it about why things are happening the way they are, what exactly is happening, what makes Doug special, kind of things, and that's something that is just gonna play out through the story.
Very, very awesome, man. And now that this is obviously just the second day, do you have any plans in the future for doing some updates on the campaign once obviously once some time has passed?
Is like updates as far as we might add the international shipping.
Oh no, I apologize. I just meant in terms of the little updates you can give the backers in terms of giving progress and saying, hey, here's where we're at and all that good stuff like that.
Oh, definitely. Like once we go into production,
Nice.
After we successfully fund, we will definitely be filling in the backers as far as like when pages are finished,
Very cool.
when to expect digital, where we're at in the printing process. I could have done a little bit better, but I did pretty well with as I got the information of relaying it to my backers.
Yeah, I thought you did a good job on that as well. Pretty frequent updates as well, which is always good.
As soon as I got news, I would give it, or if I felt it was long enough, I would try and get what I could to give them some inkling of what was going on. And I believe that's important, and I'm hoping I kept a lot of those same backers.
Right, yeah, I would hope to see a lot of those backers return. I think the first issue came out great, and the print quality is great, and the story is really nice, and art's amazing. So yeah, I would hope to see those those backers return as well. That would be awesome. Now, what are some of the influences that you would say you're bringing to the table here with this second issue?
Influences.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Where did I come up with these ideas?
My God.
You're gonna see a little bit more of that kind of like goofy slice of life, just little bits and pieces. I tried to have fun with Doug and Nicole's interactions. There's a lot of serious subject matter in there, but I try to lighten it up and give some of the fun dynamics on how they throw things back and forth like two friends would.
Would you go as far as say that it has slice of life elements to it then?
A little bit. I mean, you're gonna see a friendship, and you're gonna see just how much they mean to each other in a way, but they're kind of still hesitant about their feelings for each other. That's something that I might have teased a little bit in the first one. You're going to see a little bit more of that in the second. But yeah, there's a big section that's Doug and Nicole's friendship. Then you're going to kind of see this test drive, and then I'm going to set you up for issue 3. And I think issue 3 is the one that a lot of people have been waiting for. So
really,
bear with me.
Sorry, I wish we could just spoil it all right now, but obviously we can't do that.
I felt that this is all important to the overall story, and I think that everyone's going to enjoy it and kind of see how much they learn about Doug's power and what it can really do.
Now, this is would you say this is a shonen type of story if you had to classify it?
Yeah, I guess it would be. Like young man with power. Learns to use it.
Right now, in that kind of respect, then are we in the future? Do you have plans to kind of bring in more fighting and battle type things like that? Is that in the works?
I think that's what I was alluding to with what people were looking for in issue 3.
I was hoping so. Honestly, I was hoping so. I had to drag it out of you, but I was definitely hoping so. Because I do feel like that people have been wanting to see the Rage Puppy in action here. We've gotten a little taste with the first issue, so it would be nice to see that Rage Puppy full unleashed here.
Yeah, we're warming up. We're getting to there.
You gotta tease them a little bit. You gotta burn. Slow burn it. You can't just give it all at once. So, I definitely get that, and I feel like with you, you're kind of laying down this mystery as well. It's not just about the action. There's also this relationship, and there's this mystery of what Doug's past is and how that plays in, and how that will tie into the action. You have to get there first.
Yeah. These are all just little pieces that I'm giving you, a little bit at a time, and I'm gonna make a big picture out of all of it. It's just that's half the fun is watching everyone else kind of put that together, and I think everyone kind of enjoys putting that puzzle together.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think that is the fun of those kind of mystery stories. Is like you got to get to participate as a person in that. You almost feel like you're one of the characters. You're trying to put all the clues together and figure out what's going on as you're reading it.
I did have someone come up with the theory that the Rage Puppy was like a sleep paralysis demon.
That's an interesting one.
And I'm like, that's really interesting.
Oh my god!
That's not what it is. Maybe you should do something with that. So
yeah, that's pretty good though, right? I feel like that could be. Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother story waiting to happen right there. But that's an interesting theory. I'll give him credit for that. Seems like it'd be a lot more, I don't know. I definitely don't want a Rage Puppy paralysis. It sounds awful.
I don't know. From what I've heard about like sleep paralysis demons, the Rage Puppy would be mild.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff right there. Interesting. Well, we've talked. I didn't know we've had past streams before. We've talked about how many issues you've planned. Have you? Is that still the same plan? Are you still on the same track with the length of the series right now?
Yep. Still planning for the 6 issues. And then doing that trade paperback.
Honestly, I really like that amount. It's not too short, not too long. It's a really good amount. I feel like.
Yeah, it's just getting that. What is that? 200 some odd page count. when you're looking at it at just that, you're kind of like, oh gosh, what did I get myself into? So I'm kind of glad we're doing it at like 30, 40 pages at a time.
Yeah, it's a nice pace, and the more of these campaigns that you can get off, the ground and do successful, the bigger audience you're going to be building and showing people that you can put out these books successfully. And so, hopefully it's easier.
Yeah, what I'm hoping to do is get some extra momentum off one of these campaigns, and then like really get a big chunk or even a full second volume as far as funding wise. That way I can just go right into it and not have to take time out and raise funds and wait for that.
That would be amazing.
Get the production rolling on it, because anything that we make over the goal, it goes right to Emilio and Drew to get the concept covers and page work done.
Nice, man. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Honestly, like anything that goes back to the campaign can help make the next issue come to life. So that's always good.
Yeah, and everyone's situation is different. I know some people, and I don't blame them. It's a lot of work, so to compensate themselves just makes a lot of sense too. For me, I'm pretty good financially, so I don't have to depend on that. So it's just more of a passion thing for me. So that's why I want to, give it to the artists. And for me, the goal is that trade paperback. That's what I want.
Dude, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I can already imagine like exclusive cover on the trade paperback, and it would probably look amazing. Hopefully, we can get you there, man.
Yeah, we got one down, so we're working on 2, and we'll roll right into 3. And again, if it doesn't make it, I'm not afraid to just pick myself back up and throw myself right back in it.
No, yeah, that's awesome, man. And I know you're super focused on Wrath right now. Do you have any plans for any other projects, or is it really just keep boots to the ground with Wrath for now?
Boots on the ground to Wrath, 100%. Like I do have other ideas.
I like the dedication, though.
But yeah, I don't want to sidetrack, especially right now with, if I can't get this funded, why should I be funding something else?
True, man. That's a good point. Yeah. Really hunker down and focus on what you got in front of you before trying to tackle something else.
Plus also, if I get the fan base for this going, it'll make getting that other project going a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, again, it's all about building that audience and whatnot. So
yeah, so I'm super thankful for my backers that I had in the first campaign. I haven't had any complaints, so I'm glad that everyone appears to be happy with it. That was, always my concern, is I'm asking people to just give me some of their hard-earned money, and I'm hoping they're happy with what I gave back to them. It means a lot to me that I've already got some people that have said, I will definitely back you again. I think you're doing a great story. All those things help spur me forward, and I just really appreciate the people that are keeping me working on this project.
Yeah, that must be really gratifying to have those people come back with such nice words and say those kind of things like that.
Oh, I mean, like, I think this, and I've learned this too, as being a creator. That's still a weird thing for me to say. There's so much self-doubt, and just all that little, hey, I really liked your project. It boosts us and spurs us on like so much. And that's why I'm always going to be grateful for my fans and my backers.
No, that's awesome, man. That's really well said. I can definitely understand that. And for those of you who maybe haven't backed the book yet, is there anything you want to say to people who are on the fence or considering backing today?
If you're on the fence, Dollar Digital gets you the first one. If you like that, then definitely back us and help us keep the story going. You can get that from Wicked if you like the print. Then they've also got copies of that available.
Yeah. Well, that's excellent, man. Well, I'm so excited for you that you're back, man. This is really cool. The first issue was such a success. So I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this next issue. And it's interesting. You actually had a really quick turnaround, like from the end of your first campaign to fulfillment to now coming back with the second one. It hasn't been that long, honestly. So you're really keeping that momentum going.
That's what I wanted to do. Like I didn't just sit on my hands and wait. We had all those printing delays, so I had the extra. Like I said, I had extra money from the first campaign, so I finished up the script for this one. Got Drew working on the concepts. Got Rosalind to do that the variant cover there. Once we had the finished, because I had to save some of the funds. That was one of the things that did slow me down to pay for the printing and shipping. So once I've got that all squared away and I had the script ready, I told Amelia, all right, let's start working on pages for the next one. So we'll have 10 pages done before the end of the campaign. So we'll have a head start on it.
Maybe you could show some of those off, tease those in the updates, perhaps.
Some of those. We may. Maybe some of them.
Interesting.
The other thing too is, like for people who don't really like crowdfunding, or maybe you got burnt on too many of them. If you want to still support our project, we've got the web store ragepuppy.com.
Nice.
You can order Wrath merchandise. We've got T-shirts, mugs, a wall scroll, stickers, and all of that goes to help us make the comics. So if that picks up, that could also get us some page work done during campaign 2.
Very nice, man. That's excellent. Awesome. Well, I do wish you luck with this campaign. We'll probably be talking again towards the end of it, but I'm going to be watching it and getting it out there, and hopefully we'll be seeing on some more streams up here, coming up here soon.
Yeah, definitely. Like if anyone sees this and they want to bring me on their stream, just shoot me a DM, and I'll probably be looking at some possible streams and sending out some DMs myself.
Very nice, man. Well, it's exciting to see you return and have the Rage Puppy back at Wicked. So we definitely hope everyone who's been watching with us enjoyed it. And if you're watching the replay, please go, and check it out. Check the link out, and if you need to, catch up on the first issue with that dollar digital, or even at the print, and back this book. It's gonna be awesome, man. So without that, we'll leave you, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. And hope you all enjoy that, and watch out for your inner Rage Puppy.